Welcome back. Now we've got our console custom painted. We put on 13 layers of material, including candy and sealers and base coats and all we put in there. And that's a lot of solvents and a lot of materials going on. So when I got it done painting, I put this thing out in the sun during the day and I'd pull it in and out and in and out. And it's been about 2 weeks or so since I had it painted. But as those solvents start coming out of it and your solid materials start shrinking down, it becomes a little bit lumpy. They call it orange peel, a little texture in it. It's going to happen. So the best method I found of doing that, I could take and sand this down and buff it and it would be slick. But when you sand that down and buff it, you're removing some of your clear. When you start removing too much of your clear, you lose your UV resistance. Also, when you sand this down with say 2000 or so, you follow that grain a little bit. It doesn't get really cut nice and straight. So what I do is put on my 3-4 coats of clear, let this thing cure, let it shrink out as good as it can do. Then I take and soak me a pad, a little soft pad with 600 grit paper on it. I got a little drop of soap in here to help this thing slide through. And take a marker, black magic marker. Just remember, you have to remove this. It will bleed all the way to the top of your clear. But in using this marker, it will help me from sanding through. This is one of the best little tips I've got for sanding clear. You can take this marker and you just mark all over your texture, anywhere you want to go. You can even get down here real close to the edge. It really works great on a run, but I didn't run this, thank goodness. So this is going to give me a guide and a map of how much of this material to remove, because clear you can't see it coming off, so it's hard to tell. So I'll take that black magic marker and this 600 grit sandpaper and this little soft block, and it's going to cut fast, straight, and level. It's going to make my surface really, really, really smooth. I can see that black marker going away. I can see the texture in that black marker as I'm cutting it away. Once I get the black marker gone, the texture gone, then I'm done, I'm stopped. I know that that's perfectly flat. Well, that method of all those solvents going in here and coming out and it shrinking down tight and getting kind of lumpy and orange peel, well, I'm going to use that to my advantage on this next coat, because I'm fixing to sand this thing perfectly slick. Then I'm going to put on 3 coats of clear on it, and then when it shrinks down, it's going to shrink to that perfectly slick surface. So it is really going to be slick when I get done with it. It'll be minimal sanding and minimal buffing when I get done. So great little tip on flow. This is called flow clearing. Once I get this sand, I'll go right back in the booth. I'll put on 3 more coats of clear. That's called flow clearing. And this will be just super slick. When it shrinks down, it'll even get slicker. So stay tuned, and we'll see what we can do about getting this truck finished up for SEMA. I started sanding on this, and I just wanted to show you right here where I marked this with the black marker. You can see all the grain is gone. Once you start sanding the clear, you can't really see into it anymore. It all just turns wet. So if I chase that black marker down to the bottom of that grain, it's completely gone. When I wash it, there's no more resanding. Then you can see right here beside it the grain that's in there. I didn't put a marker there, and it's hard. You can't see that when you're sanding, but once you get it dry and finished, then you see that bit of grain. So if I had a marker going through that, I would have seen all that grain and been able to get rid of it. So quick little update on what I'm doing. I'm going to keep on sanding, then I'm going to get it in the booth. I've got the console sanded. I sanded it with 600 grit, and then I come back and sanded it with hand soft blend with 1000 grit. Now I put it out here in the sun, let some more of those solvents come out. Anytime you cut that outer surface, it's best to put it out in the sun or bake it or let it set a day or two and cure on out. And then I'm fixing to clean up the booth here, and the time I get it in the booth, I'm going to put on 3 more good slick coats of clear. But you can see how it looks almost chalky. Anywhere that it's shiny, I didn't get it sanded good as it needed to be, like right there. But that's the thing about the black magic marker. It kind of helps you find those. Now if you had a black marker and you come back and mark all them, then the next time it would be absolutely perfect. So I'm going to get the booth ready, and we're going to shoot 3 more coats of real slick clear on this. Alright, here's a quick look at our headliner. We've got our satin clear on it, got everything fit, and it's about ready to go in place. So let's go back here to the paint booth and check out our flow clear console. See what it looks like. That flow clearing really gives you that wet look. I got my door over here. See me in it. And that's how you flow clear.